The story of Adam and Eve is found in Genesis 2-3. Here's a quick rundown. God creates Adam, the first human, and places him in the Garden of Eden. Adam's tasked with taking care of the garden and given one rule: don't eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God then creates Eve, Adam's partner, from one of his ribs. They're living their best life in paradise, enjoying all the fruits of the garden, except that one tree. Enter the serpent, often seen as Satan, who tricks Eve into eating the forbidden fruit. She convinces Adam to join her, and they both eat it. Their eyes open, and they realize they're naked. They try to cover up, and suddenly, they're feeling shame and guilt. God shows up, asks what they've done, and boom! Consequences ensue. God kicks them out of Eden, curses the ground, agriculture gets harder, and sets in motion humanity's story of struggle and redemption. Some themes: obedience versus free will, temptation and sin, God's promise of redemption. Genesis 3:15 hints at Jesus. Let's dive into the temptation part. The serpent's tactics in Genesis 3 are kind of like a masterclass in manipulation. He, 1, questions God's word. Did God really say? Genesis 3:1, subtle doubt creeping in. 2, twists the truth. You won't die. Genesis 3:4, opposite of what God said. 3, appeals to desire. You'll be like God. Genesis 3:5, promising power and autonomy. Eve's tempted by the fruit's appeal. Looks good, tasty, desirable. The promise of gaining knowledge, power, the serpent's clever words. What do you think? Was Eve's decision a failure, or was she bound to make that choice given the setup? Let's look at God's response to Adam and Eve's actions. In Genesis 3:8-24, God confronts Adam and Eve after they've eaten the fruit. Some interesting points. God's seeking them out. Even after they've messed up, God initiates the conversation. Where are you? Genesis 3:9. Consequences are natural outcomes. The curses, ground, serpent, pain in childbirth, etc., reflect the brokenness of their choices. Promise of redemption. Genesis 3:15 hints at future victory over evil. He will crush your head. God's actions show accountability for choices, consequences for actions. Still, a desire to be in relationship with humanity. Let's dive into God's character in the Adam and Eve story. Some aspects. God's boundaries. He sets a clear rule: don't eat from that tree, showing he's concerned with their well-being. God's response to sin. Consequences are given, but there's also a promise of redemption. Genesis 3:15. God's initiative. Even after they mess up, God seeks them out. Where are you? Genesis 3:9. This shows a God who's concerned with humanity's relationship with Him. Just, consequences for actions. Merciful, promise of redemption. No personal opinions here, but I can summarize common perspectives. In the Adam and Eve story, God's character is often seen as authoritative, sets boundaries and rules. Just, consequences follow actions. Compassionate, seeks out Adam and Eve after they sin, promises redemption. Some people see God as strict, others as protective. What's your take, or want to explore further? The end. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and comment on what you think or an insight of the story as the Spirit leads.